Brixton Hughes. This is the Okar Effect. Before we go much further, I thought I'd take a little bit of time to explain exactly what's going on here, at least as much as I can. If you've been watching recently, you've come to realize that we have our roots in TV, public access TV, MTN, Channel 33, Minneapolis. One of our motives here is UnSlick TV. But what does that mean? UnSlick TV. It's really not that complicated. Just watch a clip here, a clip there, a clip anywhere, and you'll see what is UnSlick TV. It's alive and well on YouTube. But of course there's more to it than what you can see on the surface. The strange camera angles. The absurdity. So what's underneath UnSlick TV? Basically it means we're going to let you in behind the scenes. We're going to show you what it is that we're doing in the totality of where it happens. Are you ready for that? This is my personal camera. It's small, but it's waterproof. This is what I see right now. There's Tom Trash. Arthur Templeton back there. See him? He's always been the distance guy. And this over here is the B-roll camera. Can you see me? Seeing myself, seeing you? Look at all that technology. Millennia of evolution just to produce that right there on a social networking site where millions of people can see it. So that's UnSlick. You see what I see, and if I make a mistake here and there, if I don't pronounce things correctly, see, it happened again. So I make mistakes just like Fox, just like MSNBC, just like all of those people. We all make mistakes. It's just that here, we let you in on that. It's about humility. If you did this, you'd make mistakes. UnSlick TV for the 21st century. We've also been called trans reality TV. What is trans reality TV? Like almost everything else in this show, it started out as a joke. A response to the rise of reality TV. You know, the unscripted TV that allowed Hollywood to continue to make profits without paying writers. So when the mainstream started pitching reality, we went to trans reality. It meant we had to do multiple levels of everything. That's why people see me sometimes, they say, "Wow, hi Stan," or "Hey Spitball, what's going on?" It's the rifle principle. Force multipliers. Always work for the force multipliers. Trans reality multiplies our force because we approach everything from multiple levels. And that's really, if you get down to it, where everything is anyway. Nothing is just the thing that it is. It's the thing that it is embedded in a context, and then that context embedded in some other bigger context until you have everything. It always makes me laugh when I hear in the mainstream media someone say, "Let's put that in context. Let's talk about that in context." What context? Which context? Where do you draw the limits of your context? In a lot of ways, that's really what it comes down to, is what's the limit of your context? Are you going to let your society embrace you and encompass you? Or are you going to try to stand separate and distinct from everyone else around you? Pretend that somehow you can exist without everyone else around you. Not that you're not an individual, not that you're not important, not that you don't have your individual personal rights. But that's not all you are. There's much, much more to all of us than just us. Is now the time for me to play the "it sounds wrong but it's right"? Do I really have to do that anymore? You get it already, right? It's an inside joke. We could just play the music. UnSlick TV. So when we started putting together the trans reality aspect of the show, we thought, what does that mean? How do you portray trans reality in a TV show that gets broadcast to people who have clickers in their hand, you know? That's why maybe the internet will work better, because it's kind of a self-selecting thing. Just like cancer cells know where to home in for where they can live and metastasize. So maybe YouTube is like that. The malignant among you will find this place, tune in, and realize that that's an absurdist joke at your expense. Oh, it sounds wrong. So we approached trans reality in a way that I really appreciated, which was to look at everything from multiple levels, to try to take seriously the issue of context. That is, to look at the world right now from the perspective of an individual immersed within a community, immersed within a city, within a nation, within a culture, within a timeline of humans stretching all the way back until the earliest time. I believe in evolution, stretching even further back than that, back to when there was life but no humans. We're related to those cells too, just like we're related to monkeys. Indeed, the trans reality should reach all the way back to the beginnings of time, if you believe in Big Bangs. I was there. We were there. Some piece of information within us, at least, was there when that happened. We witnessed it. Maybe not with eyes and ears, fingers, brains. But somewhere in the energy that's condensed into the mass that we carry around with us, we know what happened. It's a matter of remembering. Like bones, like genes, this information gets fossilized. It becomes something of a shadow of what it once was, just the image of what it was before. So the effort to provide context so that we could clearly talk about transitioning realities, trans reality, by taking a position where we could encompass all realities. But it's founded on a few very basic principles that I think the mathematicians and the religious and the spiritual and the adepts will recognize. You'll use your own words, just like I use my own words. But somewhere out there, somewhere in, as Elvis Costello would say, the Quisling currents, we'll find it. We'll come together. We're each a fractal rendition of everything else that's going on anyway. Right? That's the basis of trans reality TV. That's the basis of UnSlick TV. Put the two together, you've got the Okar Effect. Vermin Supreme. Did you see him? This reporter thinks it would be ideal if Vermin Supreme and Marco G mirrored the debates of the mainstream candidates. Marco, Vermin, contact us. I mean, those Republican debates are basically absurdist theater anyway, right? We wouldn't really be changing the political realm very much by enacting our own absurd political debate in public. What have you got to lose? The difference is the unslick part. We acknowledge that we're being absurd. Rick Perry, Michelle Bachmann, you know, they deny their absurdity. They think that they're somehow They think that they're somehow mainstream, that they speak to the hopes and dreams of a majority of their constituents, for lack of a better word. Yet what they portray is just a shadow of reality. It's an invented reality. So anyone that would identify with that invented reality and support what they say in the public realm supports a specter, an unreality. So I'm calling out Vermin Supreme, Marco G. Marco G, Vermin Supreme. Debate. Someone out there should start an anybody but Marco G campaign. The status quo is scared of Marco G. They're so scared of us, they're ignoring us. Works for Ron Paul. The Democratic primary elections, maybe even the caucuses, offer a great opportunity for Marco G. The total candidate is running in every race simultaneously. We all know Barack Obama is going to win the nomination on the Democratic side. It's a foregone conclusion. He has no opposition. No opposition other than Marco G. Write it in. M-A-R-C-O-X-E. Almost rhymes with Sarkozy. Almost looks like Malcolm X. Marco G, 2012, the total candidate. Write it in. Total candidate. What do they mean by total candidate? It's a shotgun approach to politics. Shotgun in the sense of a genomic study or one of those fishing expeditions from screening through different proteins that are expressed in cells. The idea is that the more shots you take, the more chance you have of hitting the target. It's really a buckshot approach to politics. The total candidate. Instead of running in one election and putting all your eggs in that basket, run in all the elections simultaneously. Statistically, you'll win in one of the races eventually. You'll win. But here we step back and we see things in their context. In the context of everyone who's not Marco G, what does the total candidate mean? In a sense, what it means is we're all candidates in every race. We're all the total candidate. You can write yourself in too. You can write in Donald Duck. You can write in the lizard people. But just like people waste their votes by voting for the unopposed candidates, by voting for those things that everyone has voted for decades, you're dispersing that energy. Ultimately, what Marco G represents is focusing that energy for a time being together. The power of all of those wasted votes settling on one name all across the country in a persistent fashion. Just a handful, doesn't matter, 10, 6. Let's do an experiment. How many votes will it take before they recognize us? Let's set ourselves a goal. Can we get the votes for Marco G in the Democratic primary, opposing the unopposed Barack Obama? He's going to win anyway. We're not going to hurt him. We're not going to take anything away from him. We just want to use a little bit of his electoral bandwidth to do something else, to make a different statement. Can we get Marco G recognized as opposing the unopposed in the Democratic primary before Ron Paul drops out of the race and forms a third party? It's a race. Let's go. But more seriously, it doesn't have to be Barack Obama in the primary. It could be some other unopposed thing in any other election. The presidential one, because people pay a lot of attention to that. So pick some race that you don't care about there and write it in there. If you can't give me the one for Barack in the Democratic primary, and I understand that if you're a Democrat and you're serious, I get it. We're tied together. structurally. It's like an anchor. It's like an anchor or a root. So that's the second YouTube Okar Effect. I'm Brixton Hughes. What did I miss in the pop culture? Anything? So if you keep watching, if you keep paying attention, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, if you keep coming back to Mandala News Network here on YouTube, we'll start filling you in on some of the temple secrets. Because we're UnSlick. See, a secret society, we'd start a cult. If you knew all these little things, like who everybody was and what we mean by mantra of confusion and all these things, the monkey meditation for world peace, Lama Gumpo, bowl of relics, wand dagger, Bill Carson's theft. See, all those things would be secrets. But I intend to tell you all the temple secrets, because we're an open secret society. If you meet Stan Howitzer, Tom Rifle, please put them in touch with us.